Happy Wednesday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. Did you see some rain today across the coastal bend? A few of our coastal bend neighbors did. They were very brief, but you're probably wondering, will they return as we head into the second half of this week? I'll show you our rainfall forecast ahead.
I'm Jacob Daniels, and 4th of July on the island means the fireworks are coming, and so are the fire calls. Coming up, how ESD2 is preparing.
Hey everybody, I'm Drew Bishop, and in my hands is a piece of Nueces County history. Coming up, I'll tell you why the city gathered at the Nueces County Courthouse for a momentous day.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. Here's a look at today's top stories.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Jacob Daniels, and 4th of July is one of the busiest nights of the year for fire crews across the country, and Padre Island is no exception. So I'm gearing up and heading out with the crew to see what they're doing to prepare. Fire crews on Padre Island are gearing up for a busy holiday weekend, and Nueces County ESD2 is bringing in extra staff and staging more trucks. They are ready to tackle grass fires sparked by stray fireworks. Crews use special brush trucks built to drive through the deep sand and dunes, and recent rain helps wet the ground, but Fire Chief Weston Becerra says dead vegetation and coastal breezes still create a major danger.
In our area, and especially on the beach, wind is not our friend, and with the right wind, you can see fires double and triple in size in a matter of minutes.
ESD2 is expecting bigger crowds than usual this year. They're working with the Corpus Christi Fire Department to quickly respond to any problems.
Fire isn't the only thing you need to be careful with at the beach. There can also be danger hidden in the surf. One of the most common are jellyfish. There is one particular kind of jellyfish you need to avoid, the man-of-war jellyfish. Their sting causes severe pain and can affect the nervous system. In severe cases, a sting from a man-of-war can cause muscle cramps, heart problems, and breathing problems. There have been rare cases of deaths caused by a jellyfish sting. A man-of-war can still sting even if it is dead, dried out, or washed ashore.
I'm Melissa Trevino in Alice, where the summer heat isn't just tough on people, it can be dangerous for our pets. From hot pavement that can burn paws to heat stroke that can develop quickly. Experts say a few simple precautions can make all the difference. As temperatures continue climbing across South Texas, veterinarians are urging pet owners to adjust their routines. That means limiting time outdoors during the hottest part of the day. Pets should also have access to fresh water and shade.
So definitely for the outside, you always want to keep some nice fresh water outside. You can also put a little bit of ice in it during the day to keep it nice and cool. You want to keep an area shaded to where they're going to end up having plenty of shade to go and cool off.
If your pet begins excessively panting, appears fatigued, or shows other signs of overheating, Daniela Morin says start cooling them off gradually. Veterinarians say watch for signs of heat stroke and seek veterinary care immediately if you have any concerns.
Hey everybody, I'm Drew Bishop, and in my hands is a newspaper from 1977. Just one of the relics in a time capsule that was unearthed at the Nueces County Courthouse.
It's a historical milestone for the United States. And Nueces County is celebrating its past, too.
All of us every day are living history, and sometimes it takes a long time for it to wake up.
Nueces County's time capsule had been sleeping beneath the floor of the courthouse since 1977, when the building on Leopard Street first opened. After almost 50 years, county leaders from past and present reflected on how far they've come.
Something that the words cannot describe. You feel it, but you can't describe it.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. Let's take a look at what your neighborhood could expect as we wrap up the rest of tonight and head into your Thursday. A few of us saw some showers today, very brief, but we did have some lightning out there as well across the coastal bend. Well, for the rest of tonight, things are going to be quiet. The clouds do move back in, maybe even a little bit of fog because it's so humid out there, and anybody who did receive rain as those temperatures come down, maybe some patchy mist out there, we'll call it. The clouds will be back for the overnight period into the early morning, where temperatures are already starting off in those upper 70s, lower 80s. And as we head into Thursday, take a look. Middle 80s by 10 a.m. And if the sea breeze gets going again, we could see a repeat of those showers. Again, they are brief, they are very widely scattered, and most of us will miss out on it. So keep in mind, if you do see some, you're fairly lucky. As we go into the next 7 days, we'll be tracking what temperatures are looking like in your neighborhood. And for the big 4th of July celebrations, will we see a big change in the forecast? Details ahead.
New video was released of yesterday afternoon's house fire on Hampshire Road and Lantana Street. You're looking at body cam video from firefighters who are battling that blaze. What this video doesn't let you experience is the extreme heat, both from the fire and from the heavy gear and protective clothing firefighters carry. One firefighter suffered an elbow injury that sent him to the hospital. 2 small apartments had heavy fire damage. 2 others had smoke damage. A fire department official tells us it could be days before they find out what caused this fire.
We know there's been a lot of confusion surrounding a proposed desalination plant for Corpus Christi. We've seen your questions online, so today we're breaking down what we know, what we want to find out, and why there were 2 very different versions of how this project could move forward. First, a quick recap.
Imagine a desalination project.
Our reporter Drew Bishop has been following this story from the start. A company called Axe H2O submitted a business proposal to the city of Corpus Christi for a privately funded seawater desalination plant. The company says the plant could produce up to 150 million gallons of water a day and sell that water for about $6.50 per 1,000 gallons, which it says would be less expensive than the city's current Inner Harbor desal project. Axe H2O also says the project would be privately financed, meaning no additional debt for the city. So where does the confusion come in? Well, it centers around the proposed location, the Barney Davis power plant site in Flower Bluff. Axe H2O says it has met with CPS Energy, which owns the property and believes it can lease land there directly.
CPS Energy said they're willing to lease that plant or a fraction of that land. That's all we need is a fraction of the land. After a meeting with CPS Energy's CEO, we understood what the terms and conditions were. We felt we were compliant with all four criteria that they laid out, and that was indeed part of the baselining of our proposal to the city that we submitted.
But the city of Corpus Christi has a different position.
CPS has indicated to us, their CEO, Rudy Garza, that they, being CPS Energy, wants to deal exclusively with the city, not with anybody else.
And only after a formal agreement is reached does the city plan to issue a request for proposals for a company to design, build, and operate a desal plant at Barney Davis. Now, the city says it has assured Axe H2O that the city will provide project updates as the timeline progresses. So right now, both sides see a different path forward. One important thing to note, we still haven't heard publicly from CPS Energy on which path it supports. Drew Bishop and I have both reached out to the company and haven't received a response. But as this story continues to develop, we'll keep following the facts and bring you the very latest. From the studio, I'm Michelle Hoffman, Chris 6 News.
Nueces County Commissioners also gave a shout out to County Veteran Service Officer JJ De La Cerda. De La Cerda was honored during today's Commissioners Court meeting for receiving the 2026 Texas Veterans Commission Annual Top Performer Award. He was selected out of more than 400 other County Veteran Service officers from across the state. JJ De La Cerda was presented with the award in recognition of his dedication to Texas veterans. Well, tomorrow is a big day for us and our neighbors across the coastal bend. Thursday is our Flag for a Flag Exchange Day. We usually hold the event in conjunction with Flag Day in June, but this year we're doing it July 2nd as part of our nation's 250th birthday celebration. During the Flag for a Flag event, you'll have the opportunity to exchange your old or tattered flags for new ones. The old flags will be respectfully retired at a later date. For more information, you can head over to flagforaflag.org. The flag you are exchanging has to be at least 3 feet by 5 feet or larger. Corpus Christi City Council is tabling City Manager Peter Zanoni's performance review. The majority of the council voting to delay discussing it at Tuesday's session. Before the vote, Mayor Guajardo reminded the council Zanoni is on a contract and there is a timeline for his evaluation that needs to be met. 6 council members voted to delay the discussions at Tuesday's hearing, with 3 voting to move forward. No word on when that evaluation will be scheduled.
The National Institutes of Health says it has created the world's largest genome and health database. It includes data from more than 747,000 volunteers in the NIH's All of Us research program. It combines DNA, electronic health records, and lifestyle information. Scientists say the massive database could speed discoveries in precision medicine, leading to more personalized treatments for diseases ranging from cancer to heart disease.
Watching Chris 6, a part of the Scripps News Group.
A violent robbery at a convenience store in Robstown left one man with serious injuries this afternoon. Police Chief Mike Tamez says two men had been following a man who was doing business at the store. The suspects, who were wearing ski masks and were armed with an AR-type rifle and shotgun, got out of their vehicle. When the victim exited his vehicle, they hit the man in the head with a rifle and took his money. Witnesses who say the robbery called police and gave a good description of the getaway vehicle. Chief Tamez says the suspects had been following the victim for some time.
So we believe that this is a very, very targeted and intentional event. And the one thing I can tell the public is make sure that you're paying attention to your surroundings before you get out of the vehicle, especially if you're going to be at a place doing business with a lot of money.
A description of the vehicle and the suspects was broadcast. They were spotted by Freer's chief of police, who was at a store. He called the Duval County Sheriff's Office, and they were able to pull over the vehicle. One suspect was arrested, and evidence linking him to the crime was found in the vehicle. Chief Mike Tamez says they are 100% sure they got their man. He adds there is also very good video of the crime in progress. The man who was robbed is said to be doing okay. There's no word on the second suspect.
A commercial truck driver is now facing charges in connection to a Montgomery County deputy's death. Investigators say 20-year-old Ian Perez was behind the wheel when he hit Deputy Erica Cerato while she was working a major accident on I-45 near Lake Woodlands early Sunday morning. According to the district attorney's office, Perez is now charged with violating Texas move over, slow down law. They're still investigating, and more charges could follow. President Donald Trump says Republicans will hold their first ever national convention ahead of a midterm election, and it's happening here in Texas. The plan is to hold the convention September 9th and 10th in Dallas, with the aim of boosting turnout in races that will decide who controls Congress. Having the convention in Texas highlights the tight Senate race between Democratic James Tallarico and Republican Ken Paxton.
Want to spruce up the backyard for summer cookouts or World Cup watch parties? Well, come with me. The 4th of July sales are on right now, from patio furniture to grills to appliances, even mattresses. But there are some things you might want to wait on.
Janet Green, searching for an outdoor couch, is loving the Great American Sale at the home furnishing store Watson's.
What do you think of the sale prices?
Love them.
Salesman Jonathan Kathman says it's a great weekend to buy in-stock patio furniture.
Anywhere from 30 to 50% off.
He warns the next shipments could cost more thanks to higher shipping fees.
The next round of inventory that we're going to get is going to see a decent size increase in prices.
So from pools and spas.
So these we have on truckload specials.
To patio umbrellas.
It's solar, but it's all LED lighting. You can solar it or you can plug it in as well.
And couches.
Right now it's on sale for $34.99.
It's their biggest sale of the year. But it's not just patio pieces. Retail Minot Stephanie Carl says don't ignore mattress deals.
This is a mattress holiday wearing a cookout costume, if you want to think about it that way.
She says stores discount washers, refrigerators, and other appliances before the fall models arrive. One twist.
You'll see grill sales everywhere, but the real markdowns do come at the end of the summer when the stores need that space.
She says you can also hold off on a lot of your back to school shopping right now because the biggest sales and those sales tax holidays happen later in July and in early August.
Shopping expert Claudia Lombana says July is perfect for hitting clearance racks.
Winter shopping, whether it's for new bedding or sweaters or socks or even holiday decor.
So take a break from the heat and check out those 4th of July sales so you don't waste your money. John Mattery, Scripps News Group.
There are growing signs of a global shift away from the dollar. The trend is known as de-dollarization. New survey of 74 central banks finding that many plan to reduce their dollar holdings rather than increase them, now investing more heavily in gold. Analysts say the move reflects the concerns that the dollar has become a risk. Some of those concerns include the U.S. conflict with Iran and uncertainty surrounding future tariffs. Some financial institutions also looking to diversify. Younger Americans still see home ownership as a good investment, but there are those high prices and affordability concerns. Pew Research pointing to rising mortgage rates, lack of inventory, and record home prices, saying those factors continue to make buying a house difficult. Housing experts say lots of younger Americans are putting off or delaying buying a home, some renting longer or moving back with family while they save. Even so, the survey suggests that confidence in the long-term value of owning a home is still strong. On a PlayStation, you could lose those movies and TV shows you bought years ago. Sony notifying customers that more than 500 movies will be deleted from their accounts on September 1st. Company cites increasing agreements over licensing and limits who owns the digital ownership and says no refunds will be offered. A full list of affected titles is available on PlayStation and their website.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. Planning on a walk with the pup? Well, today's dog walking forecast star, brought to you by Line of Utah, is Tippy, this little pup. Loving to go for a walk with the bluebonnets. More Texas thing I can't even think of. So beautiful weather that we have in this photo. We're still going to have plenty of sunshine. I don't know about beautiful if you like the heat, sure, but we may also have a few of those little chispas as we head into Thursday. But tonight, all is quiet. We're expecting the typical humid, hazy, and very warm evening with those winds coming from the southeast around 15 miles per hour. So that may make these humid 80s feel better as we head through the rest of this evening. Keep it in mind, the humidity isn't backing down at all this week. At times there may be some things to give it relief, but overall July is off to a very humid and warm start. Temperatures hanging out in the lower 90s in some form or fashion. We'll expect a warm up as we head into your 4th of July forecast on Saturday, and temperatures warm for this time of the year during the morning time frame in the upper 70s.
Bob Hall Pier will temporarily close to the public next week. Nueces County says the pier will shut down on Thursday, July 9th. The closure runs from 5 in the morning until 5 in the evening. Crews need time to pour concrete walls for a new concession area. The entire pier will be blocked off with barricades and caution tape. Officials ask everyone to stay away from the work zone to keep crews safe. The pier is expected to reopen to the public by Thursday night.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. One more look at the 7-day forecast in terms of rainfall. So as I've been telling you this week, rainfall, not impossible, not out of the question. Just only available to the lucky few. So as we look at the next 7 days, that remains the same. It's unlikely that a majority of us will see rainfall, but not out of the question. And those little chispas, sometimes those chispas come with a rumble of thunder. That can be expected here as we go through the next couple of days. I think that'll be more likely for the coastal and the more southern neighborhoods because we're hanging out on the edge of that stubborn high pressure that is bringing a heat wave to the East Coast. But for us, it means maybe our most likely time frame to see rainfall would be late Friday night into very early Saturday morning on the 4th of July. So I don't think it'll interrupt any of the 4th of July celebrations and America's 250th birthday, but something to keep in mind. And this is a weather pattern we'll be watching over the next 7 days. Not a whole lot of change and no significant rainfall expected anywhere across the coastal bend.